By now, many of you know that every district, every ward held a comp plan meeting during the last 12 months. Individual sessions in each ward with the alderperson, residents of that ward, basically talking about what do you want the future of Stevens Point to look like, what do you want it to be like as we create the next generation of comprehensive planning here in the city of Stevens Point. The next step, now that we have completed all of the neighborhood meetings, is the Plan Commission. Other key stakeholders will become involved in the planning process for roughly the next 18 months, fundamentally answering the question, what do you want this community to look like 20, 25, 30 years from now? What type of visioning are we going to use to develop the kind of community that we want it to be, not only for our children, but for our grandchildren? The Plan Commission will begin meeting a special meeting additionally every month. They already meet once a month. They'll go to 2 meetings a month, and they will focus entirely on the results from our neighborhood comprehensive plan meetings and talking a lot with our stakeholders, the university, a key stakeholder, as I mentioned earlier in this program, area businesses, other stakeholders, the medical community, our clinics, our hospital, and to become really engaged in that visioning process. It's also important to point out there's a group at the university called Revisioning Point, which is starting to take roots at the university level to create a thriving, sustainable, healthy city of Stevens Point. And I'm pleased that our community development director, Michael Ostrowski, is working quite closely with those at the university. We'll talk more about that in the near future, but it's another example of something that I touched on briefly in this program. When they talk about university faculty members need to do more or work harder, as the governor says, here again is an example of a group of university professors coming together on their own time to do planning with the city of Stevens Point to make it a more sustainable community. And we'll have more on the Revisioning Point in the very near future, and to talk about, what that means and why it's important that they're doing that with us.